really honored to have Mr. Nishad Dravid. But उससे पहले हम लोग आज बात करेंगे बहुत सारे टॉपिक पे हमारे जर्नी के बारे में कि कैसे चूज करें. बहुत सारा कंफ्यूजन है अभी. द रिजल्ट्स आर आउट या फिर जो बच्चे अभी 8th 9th में हैं उनको अपने आगे का चिंता है कि कौन से सब्जेक्ट्स ले, क्या ले, किस तरीके से आगे बढ़े. तो दिस इज समथिंग वेरी क्रूशियल और मैं आप लोगों से आज बात करने वाली हूँ कि ये क्रूशियल मौके पे हमारा माइंडसेट कैसे रहने वाला है. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गिव यू रियली एग्जैक्ट आंसर कि आपके बच्चे को मैकेनिकल में ही डालना है कि कंप्यूटर्स में डालना है कि मेडिसिन में डालना है. So this is not the purpose of our workshop. Our purpose of our workshop is to create a right mindset where you become powerful enough to start understanding the path. Right? So welcome everybody, and it's great to have a lot of you here. People are logging in. We have a very special group today where we have only selected people whose kids are of this age group and who are just going to get into this stream selection process and all. So we have specially got all these people with us. So now there are, okay, so I will just share my screen right now with you all. In the meantime, आपको पता है जब हम लोग इस तरह के सेशन लेते हैं सबसे बड़ी डिफिकल्ट चीज ये होती है कि हमें पता नहीं चलता कि आप लोगों का रिस्पांस कैसा है या आप लोगों को हमारी बातें पहुंच रही कि नहीं, समझ में आ रही कि नहीं. The best way to stay in connect with us is to use the chat box. So आप लोगों के बहुत सारे questions होंगे, बहुत सारे सवाल होंगे. Nishad and me, we will try our best to answer the question in the best possible way. And at the same time, we are not the people who are technically going to tell you कि आपके बच्चे को सीधा इसी स्ट्रीम में डालिए. हमारे पूरे वर्कशॉप का ये हमारा प्रोसेस में हमारा इंटेंशन ये रहेगा कि हमारा सिलेक्शन करते वक्त हमारा थॉट प्रोसेस या हमारा माइंडसेट किस प्रकार का होना चाहिए या किस प्रकार का होता है जिसके वजह से हम वो अचीव करते हैं, हमारे बच्चे वो अचीव करते हैं जो हम चाहते हैं कि वो अचीव करें लाइफ में. So this will be a beautiful journey, and welcome everybody to this wonderful experience sharing session called How Toppers Think. And believe me, about how toppers think, ये मेरा कभी सोच था नहीं क्योंकि मैं तो I was the LLB in my school. So I hope you know what it means by LLB, the Lord of the Last Bench, right? So today we have got two people who are completely contradictory in their own academic areas. मैं LLB थी and Nishad Dravid is a topper out there. तो हम दोनों साइड से आपको बता सकते हैं कि पीछे से क्या
I was not different, by the way.
Okay. So LLB होते हुए भी आप टॉपर हो सकते हैं, तो उम्मीद मत छोड़िए. मैंने भी उम्मीद नहीं छोड़ा था. So that's a great, in fact that's a great insight कि जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको फर्स्ट बेंचर बनना पड़े टॉपर बनने के लिए. So formally welcome to you, a great welcome Nishad Dravid, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation to guide all of us. And we never know कि आपके बातों के वजह से, आपके लाइफ के शेयरिंग के वजह से किसके लाइफ में कितना बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन हो जाए. The major problem people are facing nowadays is about that most of the people are scoring very high. जब हम लोग छोटे थे ज्यादा टेंशन ही नहीं था बिकॉज टीचर के आंखों के तारे 2-3 बच्चे रहते थे जिनको पता ही था कि लाइफ में क्या करना है, और जो मीडियोकर स्कोर करते थे उनको बोलते थे आपको या सिंपल साइंस कर लो या फिर कॉमर्स कर लो, और जो कुछ नहीं करते थे वो होम साइंस कर लेते थे या आर्ट्स कर लेते थे. बट दैट इज नॉट द सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस राइट नाउ, राइट? एंड देयर इज सो मच ऑफ कंपटीशन, देयर इज सो मच ऑफ थिंग्स व्हिच इज गोइंग ऑन, and through your sharing we are really going to touch those lives, and we are going to give some kind of insights to people. So I will just share my PPT right now.
Thanks Anandita for having me, and I hope whatever experiences I have might help people here, or जो भी है we will talk about it after.
It will definitely help.
Thanks.
In the meantime, parents, please put in your questions. आप अपने questions जरूर अपने पास रखिए और लिखिएगा जरूर. Students, अगर आप हमें सुन रहे हो, so this is not only for the parents, this is absolutely for the students also. तो अपने बच्चों को साथ में लेके आइए, उनको बोलिए यहाँ बैठने के लिए ताकि वो लोग भी सुने कि जर्नी प्रैक्टिकली कैसे होता है। एंड ऑल्सो आप लोग नोट्स जरूर लिखिएगा, क्योंकि बहुत सारी चीज इस वक्त हमको अच्छा लगता है, बाद में हम लोग उस चीज के साथ कनेक्ट नहीं हो पाते। तो अगर आप नोट्स लिखते रहेंगे तो इट विल बी वेरी इजी फॉर एवरीबडी टू गेट इनटू द थिंग्स। सो जरूर नोट्स लिखिएगा। आई विल जस्ट कनेक्ट यू देयर। Okay. So today's the first part will be about what is Mindware is all about and a little about my introduction. Second part we are going to talk about how the toppers think and the pathway to the best career option. And third part में हम ये भी बात करने वाले हैं कि हमारे माइंडवेयर में काउंसलिंग सेशन कैसे होता है, जिससे आपको पता चले आपका बच्चे का ब्रेन पैटर्न कैसा है, और उस ब्रेन पैटर्न के हिसाब से इट बिकम्स मोर इजी फॉर यू टू सिलेक्ट दोस करियर ऑप्शन. Right? So that is how we are going to go about quickly. And majorly 50 minutes will be about the main topic called how the toppers think. And we are also going to have question answer session. And yes, I have inspired more than 60,000 lives till now, and I've got a total experience of more than 21 years in professional life, and specialized ट्रांसफॉर्मेशनल कोचिंग में मेरा 11 years से भी ऊपर का एक्सपीरियंस है. I have been featured as the Wonder Woman by one of the leading business magazine, The Empowered Times. I have been training in Goa, Delhi, Pune, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Chandigarh, and many other cities like this. I've also coached elites like Mayo College, Ajmer teachers, and city engineer of PMC, mayors, CEOs, CXOs, and many business leaders. I have learned specially multiple intelligence directly from Dr. Howard Gardner, who is the father of multiple intelligence. And उन्होंने मुझे एक बहुत सुंदर सा सेंटेंस वो हमेशा बोलते हैं, and it has always stayed with me. And please listen to this very carefully. He says, it's not important to understand how smart your kids are. He says, it's not important to understand how smart your kids are. It's important to understand how your kids are smart. Right? So आज हम लोग वो पता करेंगे कि आपके बच्चे कितने स्मार्ट है, वो जानना जरूरी है नहीं है, कैसे स्मार्ट है. अगर आप वो पता कर पाए, then you have won 80 to 90% of the battle. So I have done my executive management program from Indian School of Business, which is one of the topmost business school of the world. And I have also done my MBA from Pune University. And I have been also part of Landmark Worldwide. Mindware is not only about my journey. We are totally 4 directors in Mindware. Mr. Shamgar, he takes care of the IT part and the business part of it. He has got more than 23 years of experience in IT and telecom. Mr. S.R. Swami is a leading person in transformational coaching. So he takes care of the transformational coaching part and coaching us also into that. And he was the CEO of Bharat Forge. Mr. Dilip Bonde is having a huge experience of more than 36 years in IT industry, thorough professional in that. He was a VP of Capgemini and many other big companies like Satyam and KPIT. He is an ardent researcher. So हमारे पास जो भी हम आपको बताते हैं उसके पीछे ढेर सारी रिसर्च होती है जो मिस्टर दिलीप बोंडे सर हमें सपोर्ट करते हैं और हमें देते हैं. Now comes to this main thing, that the pathway to the best career option. So did you know, कुछ questions है आप लोगों के लिए, ध्यान से इस questions को देखेंगे. We are living in an exponential time where it is estimated that 40 exabytes of unique information will be generated worldwide this year, and which is more than in the previous 5,000 years. तो एक साल में हम लोग जितना information generate कर रहे हैं वो पिछले 5,000 साल के information से कई गुना ज्यादा है. The amount of the new technical information is doubling every 2 years. I think it has shortened recently more. And for students starting a 3-year university degree, this means that half of what they have learned in their first year of study will be outdated by the end of their studies. So a lot of people are looking forward to these fields called medical fields, technological sector, finance, education and many other jobs like that. So मैं आप लोगों से एक सिंपल बात करना चाहूंगी. लेट्स गेट टू माय टॉक. सो मैं 2-3 चीजों के बारे में आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगी कि हम अपने करियर को सिलेक्ट कैसे करें, किस प्रकार से ये पता करें कि हमें लाइफ में करना क्या है आगे. तो लेट्स मेक थिंग वेरी सिंपल. देयर आर 2 ways people select their career option. One is a very ordinary and mediocre way of selecting career option. वो ऑर्डिनरी एंड मीडियोकर वे गलत नहीं है, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन इज डूइंग इट. इट इज जस्ट दैट इट इज बीन अ वे ऑफ सिलेक्टिंग योर करियर ऑप्शन. उसमें क्या होता है, what happens there is most of the people they go for their 10th board exam, then they clear their 12th board exam, and according to their exam marks वो अपने करियर ऑप्शन को भी चूज करते हैं और मतलब अपने डिग्री चूज करते हैं. और वो डिग्री जब उनके हाथ में आ जाती है, डायरेक्टली मैं अगर आपको बोलूं तो दे गो इनटू द इंडस्ट्री, दे गो इनटू द मार्केट एंड ट्राई टू सेल देम कि मेरा ये डिग्री हो गया है तो इधर मुझे कोई जॉब दे दीजिए या मुझे कोई बिजनेस में काम दे दीजिए. दिस इज अ वे दैट मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल गो फॉर देयर करियर ऑप्शन. ना इसमें क्या होता है कि अगर आपने ये चेक नहीं किया कि आपने जो डिग्री लिया है उसमें आपको मजा आता है कि नहीं, उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा. उसका इम्पैक्ट ये होता है कि हमारे करियर के साथ कम से कम 40 इयर्स का, 30 to 40 इयर्स का शादी रहता है. इट्स अ मैरिज ऑफ 30 to 40 इयर्स मिनिमम विद अ करियर ऑप्शन. So if we are not aligned, if we are not excited, if we are not passionate about whatever we are going to do for the next 30 years, when your kids grow up, they are going to have their own family. And if they are going to a job which is very, very taxing for them, where they are talking about terms like Monday blues and why we are back to the office, the boss is the most devilish person on this earth, it means that they have not chosen the process which they had passion into. तो ये सारे चीजें जब होती रहती है, किचकिच किचकिच बढ़ता रहता है. ऐसे बच्चे जब बड़े होते हैं, they have their own family, and after this kind of work schedule which they are not enjoying at all, which they are not aligned at all, they come back home with a lot of disturbances, and those disturbances gets percolated in their whole family. Their future generation also gets impacted because they are not settled and satisfied with the career option or the profession that they have chosen. So it does not only affects the student, the child, and the person who is going for that profession, it does also affects and impacts the whole family in future. मैं ये आपके साथ इसलिए डिस्कशन कर रही हूँ कि जब हम करियर चूज करते हैं, हम इसके डीप इम्पैक्ट के बारे में नहीं सोचते. नाउ पहले जमाने में अगर आप देखेंगे, मेरे पापा के जमाने में ऐसा था कि कोई अगर एक जॉब में जाता था तो वो रिटायर होने तक उसी जॉब में रहते थे. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वी हैव सीन दैट दे वुड हार्डली थिंक इवन ऑफ स्विचिंग अ जॉब और अ प्रोफेशन. जॉब तो फिर भी नौकरी छोड़ के दूसरे नौकरी में जा भी सकते थे, लेकिन प्रोफेशन वो अपना सेम रखते थे. हमारे जमाने में ऐसा शुरू हुआ that we started seeing that a lot of profession used to emerge in front of us which was better than what we are doing earlier. So in our generation we have seen that we have switched to 2 to 3 profession. जब आप एक प्रोफेशन से दूसरे प्रोफेशन में स्विच करते हो, तब आपके पास वो स्किल्स एंड एबिलिटी होनी चाहिए टू अनलर्न एंड लर्न अगेन समथिंग न्यू. तो यहाँ पे बात सिर्फ करियर सिलेक्शन की नहीं आती है, बात ये आती है कि आपको अपने स्किल्स के बारे में कितना पता है. तो उसके बारे में हम थोड़ी देर बाद बात करेंगे. अब जो जनरेशन आ चुकी है या आ रही है, इसमें दिस शिफ्ट ऑफ प्रोफेशन इज वेरी फास्ट. तो यू हैव टू बी रेडी कि आगे चल के शायद आपको एक से ज्यादा प्रोफेशन में शिफ्ट करना पड़े, आपको चेंज करना पड़े प्रोफेशन. Dr. Howard Gardner also said a very beautiful sentence: never get obsessed with any profession. Profession can get obsolete at any point of time. Get obsessed with your own skills. आपके स्किल्स आपसे कोई नहीं छीन सकता. आप सेम स्किल्स को अलग अलग प्रोफेशन में यूज कर सकते हैं अगर आपको ये पता चले कि आपका स्किल क्या है. So I'm very happy to tell you that one of my school friend is also here today to listen to this, and she would agree to it that I was known as the most talkative girl in the class. So my parent would be, ultimately at scared to go for a parents teacher meeting, because all they would hear from my teacher is that Anindita is so much talkative, sara din baat karti hai, talkative, talkative, talkative. So that was tagged as a disadvantage of Anindita. That was tagged as something which is not being accepted. And absolutely, for the discipline of the school, it might be. But rules and definitions keep changing as you travel in your life. Today, the disadvantages that my teacher used to speak about is my asset and is my skill which I have recognized. So as a speaker, as a counselor, the basic skill set I need is to communicate and talk nicely to people and properly to people, so that my communication lands in a proper way. तो मेरा वो जो talkative nature था आज मेरे फॉर्म में काम कर रहा है. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारे जो चीजें हैं वो ऐब ही हो. सदा हमने ऐब देखा, हुनर को ना देखा. तो हुनर पहचानने का टाइम आ गया है. सो एज आई टोल्ड यू कि एक तरीका रहता है जिसमें हम नॉर्मली करियर ऑप्शन चूज करते हैं, विच इज लाइक डिग्री मिल गया, अभी कहाँ ज्वाइन करूं. दूसरा करियर चूज करने का ऑप्शन रहता है विच इज एक्स्ट्रॉर्डिनरी वे ऑफ चूजिंग अ करियर. इसमें ऐसा होता है कि आपको पहले ये पता करना है. आई एम टॉकिंग टू द स्टूडेंट नाउ स्पेसिफिकली. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, सिट डाउन एंड अंडरस्टैंड कि ऐसा कौन सा सेक्टर है इस वर्ल्ड का, इस सोसाइटी का, जहां पे मुझे कंट्रीब्यूट करना ही है. आई जस्ट वांट टू कंट्रीब्यूट इन दैट सेक्टर ऑफ दिस दिस सोसाइटी. इट कैन बी ऑटोमोबाइल, इट कैन बी मेडिकल, इट कैन बी डिजाइनिंग. मेरे लिए इट इज कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू पीपल्स लाइफ, स्पेशली टीन्स एंड किड्स लाइफ. सो आई विल गिव यू अ वेरी शॉर्ट स्टोरी वेरी क्विकली. आई हैव हैड अ चाइल्डहुड फ्रेंड इन स्टैंडर्ड 3rd and 4th. तो वो मेरे जैसी बात नहीं करती, बहुत शाई है, शांत है, किसी से बात नहीं करती. लेकिन हमारे जो रफ पेज है उसके लास्ट पेज में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, वी स्क्रिबल आउट. एंड यू वोंट बिलीव, हम लोग वही चीज स्क्रिबल आउट करते हैं जो हमारे माइंड में बहुत ज्यादा डोमिनेंट रहते हैं. तो रफ पेज का जो लास्ट पेज है, इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग टू अंडरस्टैंड इफ यू वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड द स्टूडेंट्स. तो ये जो लड़की थी, ये सारा दिन लास्ट पेज में स्क्रिबल आउट करती थी द डिजाइन्स ऑफ स्कर्ट्स, द गाउन्स एंड टॉप्स एंड एवरीथिंग. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ईयर 86-87. उस वक्त किसी ने भी नोबडी हैव हर्ड अबाउट फैशन डिजाइनिंग एज अ कोर्स. बहुत ज्यादा नहीं सुनाई दिया था उस वक्त. But this girl was very clear that I want to contribute to the industry or to the way people look at wearing clothes or the fabric. लोग कैसे ड्रेसअप करते हैं उसमें मुझे कंट्रीब्यूट करना है. I want to make it look completely different. उससे रिलेटेड मुझे जो भी पढ़ाई करना है मैं करूंगी. So the search will be मुझे क्या करना है, उससे रिलेटेड मुझे क्या क्या कोर्सेज और पढ़ाई करना है, then start backtracking it. Right? So today Anushri Malhotra is one of the most popular brand of Bollywood, Tollywood and especially Bengal. Not only that, she has got her branches in many parts of India and outside India also. Today also वो मेरी तरह इतनी ज्यादा बात नहीं करती, but her work speaks for her. मैंने भी यही डिसाइड किया था कि मुझे अपने लाइफ में क्या करना है कि आई वॉन्ट टू कंट्रीब्यूट टू द टीन्स एंड किड्स ऑफ इंडिया एंड ऑल्सो द वर्ल्ड. आई वॉन्ट टू मेक देम अनस्टॉपेबल एंड अनब्रेकेबल. ये जो छोटी छोटी चीजों पे बच्चे गिव अप करते हैं मेंटली एंड फिजिकली ऑल्सो, आई विल नॉट लेट दैट हैपन. उसके लिए मुझे जो भी पढ़ाई करनी है आज भी करती हूँ. राइट? सो फर्स्ट आई अंडरस्टूड व्हाट आई वांट. और जब आपको ये पता चलेगा ना, तो उस काम के लिए अगर किसी ने आपको रात के 10 बजे, 1 बजे, 2 बजे भी जगाया, you will not have a complaint because you have chosen what to contribute. उसमें भी हार्डशिप जरूर आती है, उसमें भी मोनोटोनी जरूर आती है, but your passion drives you and your skill supports you there. So this is what I strongly believe, that instead of gaining a degree and searching for a profession, just understand where you want to contribute and then search for those degrees related to it. Now I will not waste much time. Let's get over to हम लोग SWOT analysis के बारे में बाद में बात करेंगे, but पहले I would like Nishad to join us. Over to you, Nishad. Welcome. I would like to start sharing. आपसे बात करने से पहले सबसे पहले मैं जानना चाहूंगी, how were you as a child and as a student? आपका नेचर कैसा था, आप कैसे थे स्कूल में, and just a little about your your journey in the school. Yes, you're audible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just turn off my video because there is a network issue at my end. One second.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So, hi everyone, and thank you for having me over here. As a student in school, I was more into sports rather than studies. I would say I was always out of the school. I would say in a year, maybe out of say 7-8 months of school, 3 or 4 months I was always out of school for my tournaments. I used to be a badminton player, and always I used to be in camps. I used to be at the sports hostels, and always traveling. And whatever little bit time I got, I used to study. Uh, am I audible? Because just keep telling me. Yeah?
Yes, yes, you're audible. Clear.
Yeah.
Nisha.
Okay. 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 Uh, my actually my badminton journey taught me a lot to be a little different in school. It taught me how to make friends and how to adjust with friends. It also taught me how to study in a short span of time, because time was always a constraint for me as far as studies are concerned, because I never used to get the amount of time maybe others used to get to study and revise for the exams. It has also happened that at times, I remember I am from Dhule, and there was a tournament going on in Jalgaon at that time, which is just around 80 kilometers from Dhule. So I used to finish one exam in the morning, then start for Jalgaon, play a match there, then start back in the evening, reach home late night, then write the next day's exam, again go to Jalgaon, play the match, come back home. And this is what I have done as a student in school. And I feel my studies have helped me in badminton, and my badminton has helped me in studies. It's interrelated, because through my sport I got to know what focus is all about. And in a short span of time, if you have to upgrade your performance, and sports is the best exercise you can ever do for that particular thing. Yeah. So more about me as a student, I was a friendly guy. I mean, I was, as I said earlier, I was a last bencher, and my father is here. He knows how many times he has come to school to hear about my complaints. And also, yes, as I said, like I used to love, making friends, mingle with friends, and at the same time, what I always loved in school was to go right up to the basics of whatever is being taught. So that was my habit of, say, for example, somebody is teaching a particular concept in math. I would always love to understand the concept in depth, and for that I used to take a lot of time. But whatever I had learned at that time, I still remember now, because I took interest in learning what the basics were. So that's how my habit was as a student, and it still remains with me. Yes.
So Nishad, here I would like to ask you another question that a lot of people feel that जैसे हम लोग बड़े होते हैं, we go to our higher standards. It's a huge wastage of time to waste your time in sports, because time कम बचता है, बच्चा पढ़ाई करे के sports में जाए. So as you said that sports has helped you in school, I would like to ask you how sports have helped you as a industrialist or as a professional person also. Today, when you look back, as team building or whatever you think about, how that does that help you in further in your career option, in your career?
Okay. Well, it's a very wrong perception that sports actually takes away your time. It doesn't take your time. It's an investment that you do in yourself. That it's a time well invested. Uh, I'm not saying a person has to be a great sports person or a champion at what he's playing. Even if he plays a sport, that's more than important, because it teaches you a lot of things. I remember when I started playing badminton when I was in maybe second or third standard, and then went up the ladder in the rankings. And when I played my first nationals when I was in the sixth standard, okay, and after that I was selected for a All India camp. This was the first time I stayed in a hostel. So it was a 20-day camp in Bangalore, and at that time, like 1996, they used to first, the way of communicating with your parents was blocking a trunk call or writing a letter. That was the only way one could communicate at that time.
Right.
There was very, very poor phone connectivity, or rather absolutely no phone connectivity. And so staying in the hostel for 20 days at that age has taught me a lot, especially when I used to live with people from Assam, people from Delhi, people from Tamil Nadu, some people from some sports persons from Mizoram, Manipur, and absolutely no one from Maharashtra. Nobody speaking my mother tongue. So it helped me, make friends from places where I just have read in my geography textbook. That's all, and get to know their cultures, the way they think, the food that they eat, their habits, and it actually helped me enrich my own experience. So next time when I looked at the geography textbook, I actually remembered that guy, you know, and actually I could see the relevance what the teacher was talking about. Yeah.
Wow,
So that was one,
really
and that is one experience I really got.
right.
Second is, as I said, sports actually increases your focus. I don't know how it happens. I don't know the biology or the psychology behind it, but it really helped me build up my focus on my studies. And I'm telling you, like when I was in my 10th, I was at that time there used to be a 10th merit list. So I was a merit list holder in my 10th. And the last tournament I played was in January, and the board exams were in March. And in this 1.5 months, the kind of pace I got in my studies is only because of badminton. It helped me, concentrate on my books so well, and in a short span of time, it really helped me a lot. Same thing goes in for the 12th standard also. 12th standard I played my last tournament when I was in maybe February, and March was the exams. So I always got less time to study, and that's where the sports came in. It surely has a lot of benefit, and you cannot ignore it. So at any point of time, you should never let the sportsman die in you. That's what my suggestion would be.
Oh, great. So now when you have some pressure of the production to be done in last moment, I think you're already trained into it, how to do it in the last moment. And that also, it becomes your automatic way of reacting. So I don't think you will be giving up on the pressure of, production in the last moment or delivery in the last moment.
Exactly. The last month of production, maybe like the last crucial part of production, and 20 all in a badminton game. The situation in the brain is exactly the same,
Exactly.
and the way you react to that situation is decides whether you will be a winner or not. So if you are an experienced sports person, you will never fail in these kind of situations. And at least I'm not saying I have never failed, but at least I know what the right thing is and what the wrong thing is. So most of the times I try to do the right thing. Sometimes I pass, sometimes I fail.
The sports, what I feel is that the best thing it teaches you is how to bounce back. So resilience is something every student must understand. So failure, whatever we are seeing right now, is not the end of life. It's not the end of the whole story. So the first thing we need to teach our kids and all the student is called resilience and bouncing back. And nothing can be better than when kids are into sports. So सबसे ज्यादा sports के through से वो पता चलता है. एंड एज निशाद वाज सेइंग कि अलर्टनेस इसीलिए बढ़ता है बिकॉज रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन जो है वो स्पोर्ट्स में और ज्यादा पॉलिश होता है. सो दैट्स समथिंग कॉल्ड एडवर्सिटी कोशेंट. So adversity quotient goes higher, so your reflex action is faster, and of course your focus goes faster क्योंकि आप किसी एक चीज को टारगेट करके उसको हिट करने की कोशिश करते हो. There are different way of different type of sports, but उसमें टीम गेम अलर्टनेस फोकस जरूर शार्पन होता है. So our first suggestion to all the parents is that please do not take away your kids from the sports or sports from your kids. So that is somewhere that's like a battery charger to them also. सारा दिन पढ़ाई करने से ही पढ़ाई अच्छी होती है ऐसा नहीं है. It's about कि आपने थोड़ी पढ़ाई की लेकिन कितने concentration के साथ. एक बच्चा बुक खोल के एक एक घंटा बैठा है लेकिन पहले 2 पैराग्राफ में उसका फोकस खत्म हो गया था. दैट काइंड ऑफ स्टडी रियली डज नॉट हेल्प. लेकिन अगर उसको मालूम है कि मेरे पास कम समय ही रह गया है लेकिन मुझे अपना फुल एनर्जी और फुल फोकस उसमें देना है, एंड आई नो हाउ टू डू इट because I'm now trained into it, then the effectivity level is much more higher. So that's great. So now I would also like to hear from Nishad is that ke then you get into your college, और college का environment बहुत अलग होता है. There is something we keep on hearing about peer pressure and all. But before going to that, कि आपको stream select करने में how you thought about कि अब मुझे कैसे stream select करना है, उसका coaching क्या लेना है. So what were your thought process and what were your guidance from your parents and teachers?
See, first of all, after my 12th, I had kept all three options open. See, my intention was clear that I would like to continue with my game. So that way I started, closing down on options. One was medicine was a clear no for me because मेरे घर में ही 4 डॉक्टर है अभी. So it was a clear no, and of course with medicine I could not give that much time to badminton. So that was very clear I would not like to do it. So my priority was fixed over there. And actually my father and my mother both helped me a lot, bringing or rather cutting down the options. So they said, okay, fine. The next is engineering. I also had commerce open, and also engineering in Bangalore because I was training in Bangalore at that time. So all these three options were available with me. So they said, okay, fine, let's see how do you do in your 12th standard, and then let's decide. Okay, so you try and give all the exams possible, and let's see how you fare, and then let's decide on the options at that time. And I said, okay, fine. So if I do well, these are the options. If I don't do well, these are the options. Because at that time it was a clear marks-oriented game. I don't know what it is right now, but at that time it was clearly a marks-oriented game, and I was ready for any sort of career option as long as it supports my badminton. So luckily I got good marks in 12th, and after that I was in a fix, like which stream to select now. Okay, whether to give preference to badminton or give preference to engineering. So that was maybe a turning point where I had to sit and decide, because I knew that the days in badminton are numbered now, because now I have to select a right stream for me. So then my parents also sat with me and they said, okay, fine, what do you want to do? You have got good marks in science. So I said, yes, engineering is my passion. I would like to do it as far as studies are concerned. Also at that time there was an option open. Badminton players who did their engineering used to get a job in the oil companies. So that was like a high paying job for a sports person. So that was another, what do you call, benefit that I thought I would get. Hello?
That was another lucrative way to look at it.
Lucrative way of look at it. Look at it. So that's fine. So I said, okay, where do you want to do your engineering? That was the next question. So I said, of course, at that time, Pune had the best colleges for engineering. And so they said, okay, there are like 20 colleges that you need to apply for. And let's see where you get through. That one part, I did a very good thing. And of course, my parents helped me in that, was selecting the right college. So they said that, see, there are 20 colleges in Pune, but there is only one college which is a government college. They both, being professors of a government college, knew that the attendance policy in a government college is not that strict. Okay. Because in the private colleges, it's like an extension of school. In the government college, it is not. And you might get better leaves, or, the professors over there won't really mind you being absent in class as compared to the private colleges. Also, one very important thing that they told me was, like, the Government College of Engineering Pune, COEP as we call it, they get the best students from all the districts in Maharashtra and almost all the states in Pune, in India. All the top students come to COEP. So what they said is, this is the time, these are the 4 years you need to network well. Because if you study with good students around you, if you study with the best students around you, automatically your level goes up. Okay. We always call it that, we always call it as a competition around us, or, we term it as, a good peer group or a bad peer group. I would always say the right peer group has to be with you all the time. Okay. And if you have the right peer group with you, it actually, catapults your growth. Like, like anything. I am really lucky to be a part of that college, because maybe I was not a great student in COEP. There were many others who were super achievers than me, but at least I got to network with them. I got to be friends with them. And now when I am doing business, when I am in my own business, and they become my referral partners, or they always become my first people I go to, and they know me in and out. So that's where that help comes through. Yeah. So for me, a good peer group is very, very important, or selecting a right college is very, very important. Yeah.
Absolutely. I would just like to add to it whatever Nishad you are saying is that when I was in my junior college, तो पहली बात तो स्कूल से निकल के हम लोग कॉलेज में मैं गई. सो वो ऐसा होता है ना कि वो खुटी से बंधे हुए गाय छूट छूट गए, ऐसा वाला फीलिंग आता है कि अभी तो कॉलेज में है, यूनिफॉर्म नहीं पहनना पड़ रहा है. सो बीइंग इन दैट टेंडर एज ना, वो फ्रीडम का एहसास ही कुछ और होता है कि यू हैव अ सेंस ऑफ फ्रीडम. उस वक्त आपके दोस्त कौन है? हम लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं संगत का असर, और वो सुनने में बहुत ही ऐसा पुराना सा लगता है, क्या संगत का असर बोल रहे हैं. Believe me, in my experience of life, I have seen that how it impacts your life. So when I went to college, I was always हम लोग we were smart students, so we were good. Last moment में पढ़ के अच्छे मार्क्स लेके आ जाते थे. So but when we went there, just to have a sense of freedom, when my friends used to insist कि क्या रे क्लास अटेंड करना है क्या, what do you think, तो चलना ऐसा करते वैसा करते, तो just to have the sense of it, I will flow along with my friends. ऐसे ही खिड़की से कूद कूद के बाहर जाके कैंटीन में बैठ जाएंगे, कोई कारण नहीं है, कोई जरूरत नहीं है. We could easily have completed the class. बाहर कैंटीन में बैठ के भी कुछ नहीं करना था, but just to have that sense of it. One. Second is that if we don't do it, then we are not accepted in that group. So आपका ग्रुप कौन सा है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आपका कॉलेज सिलेक्शन में. बिकॉज अगर आप ऐसा कोई मीडियोकर कॉलेज चूज करते हो जहां पे किसी को पढ़ने की इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, आप चाहो ना चाहो यू विल स्टार्ट रिस्पॉन्डिंग टू दैट ग्रुप, because you want to be one of them, you don't want to be talked about and you don't want to be cornered and isolated. So after some time आप कितना भी इस चीज को रेजिस्ट करो, आप उस तरीके से बिहेव करना शुरू करोगे. vice versa, when time went off and धीरे धीरे मैं I went to ISB. now ISB में आप चाहो ना चाहो, जिस लेवल के लोग वहां पे जाते हैं अपना MBA करने के लिए, जिस लेवल का पढ़ाई होता है, जिस लेवल का थॉट प्रोसेस होता है, आप उसके नीचे के लेवल का सोच ही नहीं सकते, बिकॉज यू आर सराउंडेड विद दोस काइंड ऑफ पीपल. आप ऐसे, इट्स अ इंटरनेशनल ग्रुप ऑल टुगेदर, राइट. तो इस लेवल के आपको सोच रखना पड़ता है, तो आपको अपने आप को पुल अप करना पड़ता है. तो यू आर सराउंडेड बाय पीपल जो एंथुसियाज्म के साथ अपना प्रोजेक्ट्स बना रहे हैं. 2 बजे तक प्रोजेक्ट बनाने के बाद भी सुबह 8 बजे हमें तैयार होकर प्रेजेंटेशन देना पड़ता था. अगेन नेक्स्ट डे वी हैव टू बी रेडी विद द सेम थिंग. तो वो जो पॉलिशिंग होती है, वो जो कमांडो ट्रेनिंग होता है, उसमें इधर उधर का सोचने का फालतू चीजों में अपने आप को डालने का टाइम भी नहीं मिलता है हमको. And afterwards, today I have got alumni who are CEOs of companies, who are big industrialists, who are big business tycoons, because वो लोग जब जाते हैं, ये लोग एक लेवल के नीचे के काम करते ही नहीं है, चाहे वो बिजनेस में हो, चाहे वो अपने प्रोफेशनल ऑफिस में हो. सो आपके पास एक ऐसा alumni ग्रुप तैयार होता है जो आपको कभी भी उस लेवल पे सपोर्ट करते बाद में. एंड ऑल्सो आई मस्ट टॉक अबाउट द टीचर्स. तो जो कॉलेज रहता है मीडियोकर, उसमें टीचर को भी कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं रहता है पढ़ाने को, बिकॉज वो आते हैं जाते हैं अपना काम करते हैं, वो अपने रजिस्टर से और बुक से मुंह उठा के भी कभी कभी नहीं देखते. बट दिस काइंड ऑफ कॉलेज, व्हेन यू गेट इनटू दिस काइंड ऑफ कॉलेज, दिस टीचर हैव डिफरेंट वे ऑफ टीचिंग ऑल टुगेदर. उनका अप्रोच ही अलग रहता है, राइट फ्रॉम केस स्टडीज टू एवरीथिंग. तो ये जो हम बार बार बोलते हैं कि 10th और 12th में हमें अच्छा मार्क्स लाना है, क्यों लाना है? दीज मार्कशीट आर द गोल्डन टिकट ऑफ योर लाइफ, कि आप लाइफ के गेम को कौन से लेवल से देखना शुरू करोगे. इट इज फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट बेंच एज अ VIP और पीछे से छोटा छोटा. उसके बाद मार्क्स कोई पूछता भी नहीं है कि आपको 12th में कितना मिला था, 10th में कितना मिला था. बट दिस एक्ट्स एज आवर एंट्री टिकट टू दिस काइंड ऑफ कनेक्शंस, दिस काइंड ऑफ, इस तरह का कनेक्शन हमारा बनता है जो लाइफ में हमें बहुत आगे लेके जाती है. एंड हमारा थॉट प्रोसेस भी उसी लेवल का होता है, हम उसके नीचे के थॉट प्रोसेस में आते ही नहीं है. वी जस्ट पुल अप आवरसेल्फ एट एनी कंडीशन इन आवर लाइफ, right? So that's very fantastic, Nishad. So I would like to know कि आपका जो
I would also like to add on to whatever you just said. Like, say for example, I just talked about engineering. So I tried to get in the best engineering college possible at that time. But if I didn't have the marks, say for example, as a backup plan, and commerce was on my list as the next career option, I would have tried for BMCC.
हाँ, the
Okay,
best.
at that yeah, at the best college in commerce.
Yeah.
See, always try for the good institute, because that actually gives you a good peer group, a good atmosphere to grow in whatever field you are in next. As you rightly said, 10th and 12th are the golden, like the marks of 10th and 12th are surely going to decide, you know, where you land in future. Even if you don't score that high, make sure that your next career option job select karte ho, you are in the right or the best institute for that career option. Okay, that is what I was surely looking. Even when I was writing the entrance exams for Bangalore, there was only one college on my mind, U Vishwesvaraya College of Engineering. That is like the best in Bangalore. So it was always my intention was always to get in the best institute, okay, of any stream. My stream was not fixed. My college was fixed. So that is one thing I really had it in mind, that okay, चलो मेरे को marks नहीं मिला, commerce है, ये institute, उसके भी नीचे आया तो ये institute, उसके भी नीचे आया ही नहीं, मेरा marks ही नहीं आया, मैं fail ही हो गया, तो सीधा मैं बैडमिंटन के best institute में जाके रहूंगा. But
Wow. Wow,
my
great.
institute was very very clear कि मैं इसमें ही study करूंगा. So that is one thing that you should always design.
That's amazing. So जैसे आपने COEP में कदम रखा, so what are the hardships that you have come across? So आपने अच्छा, then you have to also disclose कि आपको कैसे, you know, how you scored and all, so that motivates everybody. So please tell me in short about your journey of COEP, the hardship, the peer group, the classes, और हमें कैसे, अभी तो बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है कि we have to go into only to the best of the coaching classes maybe. शायद कॉलेज इतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, बट वो 11th-12th तक होता है. उसके बाद अगर आप प्रोफेशनल डिग्री कर रहे हो, आई फील द कॉलेज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, द इंस्टीट्यूट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम वेयर यू पास आउट, बिकॉज वो नाम भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है फ्रॉम वेयर यू पास आउट. सो दैट्स
You are absolutely right. Yeah, you are absolutely right. For your knowledge, मैं 10th और 12th का hardly एक या दो ट्यूशन चलता था मेरा, because I needed help in those subjects because I was absent all the time, right? So after 12th मैं कभी मतलब कोचिंग में नहीं गया. After that, the coaching I did was directly आपका parenting coaching. so it was absolutely, there was no coaching in between that I had taken as far as my skills improvement is concerned. Now when I went into COEP, one thing was very clear, that you know, you have the best students around you, and they had done so much academically, so much. I mean, I didn't even know what IIT entrance is till the time I entered COEP. I really didn't know. I didn't know what all people have studied already before coming to COEP. Yes, in the first week or the second week, I was really bogged down, saying that, "Arey, I'm thinking I'm a little bit out of place here, because you know, people have already done so much that I'm really not one of them, and how will I be accepted?" But again, as I said, my sports helped me a lot. You know, making friends was, you know, my very good quality. So I made friends. One of my friends is here already, Mangesh, and
yeah, I
the
can
friends that I made in COEP, my friends that I made in COEP are, you know, like the best friends I made in my life. Mangesh knows me because he was a table tennis player. We both were like, he's 1 year senior to me, and we both were not really great at studies, but we know what COEP has done to us, the kind of platform it has given to us. And to be very frank with you, engineering in India is like really easy. I mean, I'm telling you, it's really easy, because I have seen the engineering abroad also.
क्या
And
बात कर रहे हो?
the yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay.
the kind of engineering studies that we need to do in India are, I mean, of course, I mean, if you really want to pass, it's really easy. There is no problem in passing the engineering exam. Yes, the difficulty is being a topper or being you know, a super performer in the engineering college. Yes, that is a tough part. But if you just want to pass, if you want to have a degree and you want to have a good job, it's not a very difficult job, frankly. Because जितना आप effort 12th में या 10th में डालते हो ना, you don't need to put that much effort also in just passing the engineering exam with a first class or a higher second class. The effort comes when you want to score a very, very high distinction, or you want to, be a topper in the university. Yes, there the effort comes. So I would actually give a reliever to all the parents here. I mean, the kid has to study hard up to the 12th standard. Yes. After that, once he selects his stream, his main focus should be in developing his skills apart from the stream as he is into. That means if you are into engineering, you will automatically get into the flow of scoring in the exams. What you need to develop in those 4 years is your network, your extracurricular activities, your skill sets. Say for example, if you are a computer engineer, you need to develop your skills which are not maybe in your curriculum. Say for example, if I was in my electrical engineering, so there are courses like say for example machine learning or something of that sort, which are there at the moment, which were totally new topics when I was doing my engineering. I could have read about it, studied about that. It was not in the curriculum also. So in those 4 years you need to study your syllabus, but at the same time you also need to know where the market is heading. See, whenever you're in a professional course, it's always oriented around the fact that you will get a job from that degree what you will get, right? Your degree will get you a job after this particular professional course. So you should know where the market is heading. You should know where the policies of the government are heading. If I am a very good example of this, because I passed out in 2006 when the market was really, really up. Okay. My in 2006 when I passed, the market was booming. I mean, time to work for. Everybody was getting good jobs, good pay scales. And when I got my engineering degree, I already had 2 jobs, and everything was fine. When I did my masters from Georgia Tech, that was the worst time to graduate. I graduated in 2008 December, when Obama was just coming in as the first in his first term, and the Republican term was ending, and the market had tanked badly at that time. I thought maybe if I had deferred my masters by a year or two, I would have landed in a better job at that time. So you should also know when to enter and when to exit. Say for example, if I was being in my engineering journey, if I had entered in 1996 and maybe I would have graduated in 2000, the story would have been different, because 2000 2001 the market had tanked badly. Okay, at that time the planning would have been different. So you should always plan the stream accordingly. Like after 4 years, what is going to happen to this stream?
Right.
If you don't have the knowledge for that, it's fine. You can select a very safe stream of a basic engineering degree, say mechanical or electrical. I'm just talking from engineering point of view. The things might be different for other professions, but you should always see what the market is going to respond after I graduate. You should have that forecast study with you. Okay. If you don't have that kind of a forecast study, then you are heading nowhere, frankly. For example, I'll tell you, there was a course in COIP known as metallurgy engineering. Okay. And in COIP, those were like, the most neglected gang. अरे ये तो metallurgy का है, ये क्या है? Because Ratan Tata, not Ratan Tata, JRD Tata had started that course in our college, like very old, because they needed engineers for Tata Steel. The very old branch in our college, started by a very known person. And abhi uska, when I was studying that time, computer science and all these telecom, this sector was booming, and metallurgy nobody used to even look at. Okay, so even those people were like, "Arey yaar, hum kahan phas gaye? Which stream did we select?" But as 2006 came, 2007 came, nanotechnology started picking up. Okay, and it is a direct application of metallurgy. So you never know where your stream will, you land into.
Right.
So you, let's say for example, civil engineering. When I was doing my engineering, civil was like the next after metallurgy. Arey civil ko hai bacha hai, kya hai, unka kuch future nahi hai. That was the kind of talks people used to do. But as soon as 2006 came, the whole game plan only changed, because people started looking at new civil structures. The infrastructural market in India started growing at that time. That was the real push. So they had their good days. So you can never really forecast ki but of course there is a chance that you will always have to play, but you should at least forecast ki 4 साल के बाद market का scenario क्या रहने वाला है. Okay, you should always have that plan ready with you.
Right. Apart from that, I also feel, Nishad, that as I was sharing with you, that never get obsessed with a profession, understand your skill sets first. So aaj agar a lot
Absolutely.
of time we are talking about that a lot of jobs are getting abhi aage artificial intelligence is going to take over a lot of things. तो पहले जमाने में देयर वाज दिस जेनी जो हमारी स्टेनो रहती थी और वो सारे अपॉइंटमेंट्स हमें बताती थी आगे क्या होने वाला है, क्या करने वाले हैं, सारे नोट्स लेती थी. नाउ वी कैन डू दैट विथ 2500 रुपीज अलेक्सा, राइट? 2500 का अलेक्सा लेके आओ, वो आपका जेनी का पूरा काम करके दे सकते हैं, नियर अबाउट. सो अ लॉट ऑफ दिस इज जस्ट अ सिंपल एग्जांपल, बट बहुत सारे फील्ड्स में आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस मशीन इज टेकिंग ओवर. Now, first of all, the parents have to understand that you have to make the people there, आपके जो बच्चे हैं उनको आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस प्रूफ बनाना है. हाउ टू मेक देम आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस प्रूफ के जहां जहां ह्यूमन को रिप्लेस ही नहीं किया जा सकता. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मे बी आज मैं जो काउंसलिंग करती हूँ, काउंसलिंग में कोई रोबोट आपको फील्ड्स बता सकता है, करियर ऑप्शन बता सकता है, लेकिन इमोशनली जो मैं कनेक्ट हो पाती हूँ पेरेंट्स के साथ, वो कोई रोबोट शायद नहीं कर पाएगा. सीइंग बियॉन्ड, लुकिंग बियॉन्ड, अंडरस्टैंडिंग, एम्पैथी, ये सारी चीजें जो है वो मशीन विल नेवर बी एबल टू टेक ऑफ. जो अगर मुझे पता चले कि आई एम गुड एट इट, सो मैं अगर अपने स्किल्स को समझ लूं, तो मैं अपने सेम स्किल्स को बहुत सारे जगह पे यूज कर सकती हूँ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आज अगर मेरा जॉब ऑब्सोलीट हो जाता है, same skill set of my communication and articulation, I can use it as a mass media communicator, reporter, journalist, maybe a stage artist. तो बहुत सारे जगह है जहां पे मेरा ये आर्टिकुलेशन और इस तरह का मेरा कम्युनिकेशन काम में आ सकता है, विच आई कैन थिंक अबाउट. तो 4 साल के बाद क्या होने वाला है उसकी जानकारी रखते रहिए और अपने स्किल्स को उस तरीके से पॉलिश करते रहिए और एक्वायर करते रहिए. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एज अ स्टूडेंट, बिकॉज मैंने जैसे आप लोगों को स्लाइड दिखाया, आप जो फर्स्ट ईयर में पढ़ते हो सकता है जब तक आप कॉलेज से निकलोगे वो जो है वो ऑब्सोलेट हो चुकी होगी. सो वी हैव टू रियली थिंक अबाउट कि मेरे स्किल्स क्या है. बार बार मैं बता रही हूँ, प्रोफेशंस ठीक है, करियर ऑप्शंस आप पढ़ रहे हो, वो पढ़ाया ही जाएगा. आप कॉलेज जा रहे हो तो वो ज्ञान आपको मिलेगा ही, वो नॉलेज के थ्रू से आपको जाना ही है. बट आर यू अवेयर द पर्सन यू आर? Are you aware about the kind of skill sets you have as a person? So that is most important, which even Nishad is talking about right now. So Nishad, I will directly come to the point जब आपका रिजल्ट निकलने वाला था and what was your score. So वो थोड़ा सा please बताइए, the day you had got your result and the final one. So have we lost Nishad in this?
Network issue. So in the meantime, you can take them through the presentation.
Network issue है. In the meantime, I'll quickly any tip for obtaining good marks. Okay, Yutika has asked a very nice question कि good marks कैसे लेके आए. One of the tip, Nishad will answer this. We will wait for Nishad. But मेरे तरफ से एक चीज जो है, जो निशाद ने भी बोला, कोई भी जो सब्जेक्ट होता है ना, अगर उसका बेस आपके लिए क्लियर नहीं है तो आप मार्क्स एक लेवल के बाद उस लेवल तक स्कोर नहीं कर पाओगे. और अगर आपका बेस उसमें क्लियर हो जाता है तो वो मार्क्स लेना बहुत इजी हो जाता है. तो उसमें इंटरेस्टेड होने के लिए मैं बोलती हूँ सब्जेक्ट से ज्यादा गुरु और टीचर इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, जिसके साथ बच्चा कनेक्ट हो जाता है. सो व्हेन यू आर कनेक्टेड टू दैट गुरु, जब आप उस टीचर के साथ कनेक्ट होते हो, एंड द चाइल्ड शुड बी हैविंग दैट इंटेंशन ऑफ प्रोबिंग इनटू इट. कई बार हम लोग क्या करते हैं, बच्चे को सिर्फ क्वेश्चन आंसर रटाने की बात करते हैं. ये क्वेश्चन आएगा, इसका आंसर दे, ये क्वेश्चन आएगा, इसका आंसर दे. इसमें 2-3 चीजें होती है. अगर उस क्वेश्चन से बाहर कुछ भी आता है, देन द चाइल्ड इज स्टक. Not only that, I was talking to one of the CEOs in the company and HR department में भी मेरी जब भी बात चलती है, वो लोग एक चीज हमेशा कंप्लेन करते हैं कि हम लोग अगर सेट पैटर्न से कुछ भी बाहर आने वाले एम्प्लॉय को पूछते हैं, 80% of the employees are not able to answer that. Because they are so much trained into the set pattern के इतना ही question आएगा. Believe me, we are not training the child only to pass in the examination. We are training the child to get into a very good profession and a job जहाँ पे उनको question out of the box और completely different तरीके से किया जाएगा. तो अगर उनको ये train किया जाए how to think on their own, वो उसके सबसे बेसिक होता है कि अपना बेस क्लियर करना, बेस को बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाना बहुत जरूरी होता है. अदरवाइज द चाइल्ड वोंट बी एबल टू गिव गुड मार्क्स. एक लेवल तक मिलता है, उसके बाद गुड मार्क्स नहीं मिलता है. So Nishad is back with us. I was just asking Nishad, we will go to...
Sorry, what did I miss in between? Just give me a small recap so that I can...
No, I was just talking about कि skill set अपना पहचानना बहुत जरूरी होता है प्रोफेशन से ज्यादा. बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, हमारा प्रोफेशन चेंज भी होगा तो हमारे स्किल्स जो है ना, अगर हमें वो पता रहे, वी नो इन द नेक्स्ट प्रोफेशन हाउ वी कैन यूज इट एंड वी कैन...
Absolutely. I can actually relate to this a lot because see, when I was studying here in COEP, at that time I was a part of the Gymkhana. So I was, right from day one, I used to be a part of Gymkhana, which used to handle all the sports activities in the college.
जी.
So I was a badminton secretary, of course. Being a badminton player, I was a badminton secretary. And in my final year, I built the badminton courts in COIP. So right from getting all the 3 quotations, because it is a government college, you have to follow a normal tender process. So right from getting the 3 tenders, then releasing the tender in the market, then finding vendors who can make it, then making sure that your budget is fixed, then making sure that the works get executed in your budget, seeing where rather seeing where the project is going to fail and making backup plans for that, then going door to door from professor to professor to get extra budget approved. And all these things I have done in my final year, which is not a part of my curriculum. Okay.
Right.
Now this actually helped me in managing tough projects in my life. Like whatever engineering project, it's exactly the same. Like whatever projects we are handling at the moment, it's exactly the same. We know the whole process now. These are the stepping stones which I learned in COEP. When I did my masters, I was a foreign student, so there were very, very less jobs for foreign students on campus. So I worked as a lifeguard. I used to swim, so I worked as a lifeguard.
Oh.
So I got myself certified as a lifeguard, how to save life. And I didn't know that career at all. I mean, I didn't know there is a scientific way of actually helping a person from drowning. There is a scientific way of pulling out a person from a pool. And I just didn't know. I was only a Baywatch fan, but I didn't know how to save lives. So it actually helped me understand. I developed a different skill set altogether. Then what happened was I used to work as a badminton coach also. I was always a player, but I never went into coaching. And I didn't realize how coaching is a difficult job. Because as a player you can always have your own tantrums, but as a coach you always have to be patient. So that's what I learned. I also was a tutor for people who and the undergraduate students who were studying maths or basic physics. I used to tutor them, and at that time I learned that and there were certain basics. As a teacher, I thought I learned it better than being a student, because now I have to explain the concepts to the students. So I had to learn it in a much better way.
Right.
Also, I worked at a coffee shop. So like serving coffee, making them nice coffee, it actually I learned from there. And I learned how to deal with customers over there, because as an engineer is talking to you, but as a coffee shop worker, you don't know who your customer is, and you really cannot have that ego around you that अरे मैं engineer हूँ, ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं मेरे से, right? There can be anybody who is going to give you a feedback on your coffee. And before going my masters, I learned how to cook and
कैसे भी ट्रीट किया जा सकता है, वो आपको कैसे भी बात
exactly
करनी है, and you have to be
exactly so how to deal with your customers I learned over there. So whatever skill sets you are into, whatever you try to learn, it surely helps you at some point of time in your life.
right.
And I guess it is true with you also. I mean, of course, I mean, it's not with me, it's with everybody. Everything, every skill that you develop helps you in some or the other way.
Absolutely. So यहाँ पे before going for your, I just wanted to know कि आपका जो final day result आने वाला था, and वो वाला please बताइए, because I really want you to share that how you earned that gold medal which we are talking about.
The final day result, to be very, very honest with you, I have never collected my result from college, because that used to be the summer time, and I used to be in some or the other camp, and my father always used to collect my results. My first result I picked up was in my first year of engineering, and of course everybody gets tensed. So was I. I mean, before getting my 12th standard result, and actually my wife, Mrinalini, she was actually a topper in our college at that time.
Oh.
And she was the first person who called me saying, in 12th standard you have scored this much. I was in Bangalore.
Okay.
So she was the one who actually told me my result and said, okay, great, and you have done so well, now what next? So रिजल्ट के पहले यस तो धक धक तो रहता है मैडम. मैं आई एम नथिंग डिफरेंट. आई एम आई वाज एग्जैक्टली द सेम. बट व्हाट where I was different is I could accept any kind of result that has come through.
Okay, so you got the gold medalist in COEP and you were university में आपका क्या score था?
Yes ma'am, it was actually my second year and the fourth year I was topper in the university for my branch.
Okay.
And the score was a normal distinction. I mean,
अभी भी आप बैडमिंटन के साथ में मतलब
बैडमिंटन was there with me. Yes, always.
Okay. अभी एक क्वेश्चन आया है कि सर क्या निशाद सर अभी भी बैडमिंटन खेलते हैं?
हाँ वेरी मच. yes, थोड़ा बिजनेस के वजह से थोड़ा कम है, लेकिन I till February I was playing. So yes, I'm pretty much in touch.
Right. And there is another question. Any tips for obtaining good marks, Nishad?
There is see, what I learned is that you should understand the concept. The marks will automatically come.
Even I was saying
conceptual learning is very important, because this is one difference which I saw while doing my studies in India and my studies in the US. Say for example, when we were in India, we are always we are always pretty judgmental about people in the US, that and these guys ये क्या पढ़ाई नहीं करते, ये party करते रहते हैं, ऐसा अपना एक feeling रहता है. But these guys have done a really good job when it comes to studies. Why I'm saying this is because they study less, but they study well.
Right. So मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी साहिल के निशाद ने जॉब ज्यादा स्विच नहीं किया. निशाद ने अभी जो जॉब्स के बारे में बताया, चाहे वो एज अ कॉफी शॉप में बॉय हो या तो फिर बाकी चीजें हो, he was doing it as part time when he was completing his graduation support his education. तो अपने
those were my student jobs actually. So this was only to this is only to pay my rents in the US. That was only the whole criteria, which actually helped me to learn a lot of things. So what I was saying is that conceptual learning is very, very important, and that's one difference which I see between an undergraduate student in India and an undergraduate student in the US. Their concepts are so damn clear. Like they work on the concept so well that we will be reading maybe 20 books. They read 2 books. Okay. But they know the concept in depth. Say for example, calculus. I'll give a very, very simple example. Calculus, which is a part of the 12th standard maths. Okay. They study calculus in the first year of engineering. Till that time, they don't study calculus. Okay. And when I was tutoring them, so this guy came to me that, okay, I have some problems with my integration and derivatives. Some people who are in the science stream might understand this. तो बोला हाँ चलो बैठते हैं, चल क्या डी बाई डी एक्स सब शुरू कर दिया मैंने. तो वो बोल रहे व्हाट इज दिस, व्हाट आर यू टॉकिंग. बोला दीज आर व्हाट डेरिवेटिव्स आर ऑल अबाउट. तो मैं बोला कि वो बोला सर आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड एनीथिंग. Okay, I mean, if you want me to get good marks, fine, I will go as per the formulas, but I am actually not understanding anything. Then it made me go back to the basics of functions. The basic functions, what is the function all about? Okay. And then the whole learning for me started again. Okay, what is a function? How it is derived? And to my surprise, I realized that I have missed so much. I mean, I have not studied the basic functions in my engineering very clearly.
पढ़ते क्वेश्चंस के हिसाब से आंसर पढ़ लेते ऊपर से. And that
exactly.
Sharing Nishad when you were out के इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है कि जब हम जॉब के लिए जाते हैं ना, कुछ भी क्वेश्चन ऐसा होता है इंटरव्यू में जो हमारे स्ट्रक्चर में नहीं है, मुंह के बल गिरते बच्चे, बिकॉज दे आर ऑलवेज ट्रेंड कि आप क्वेश्चन का आंसर दो, जो क्वेश्चन आएगा कि कौन सा क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा. So let's not prepare our kids for 10th and 12th and exams. Let's prepare the kid for profession. वो हम लोग पढ़ा क्यों रहे, प्रोफेशन के लिए पढ़ा रहे ना, सिर्फ मार्क्स अर्न करने के लिए तो नहीं पढ़ा रहे. सो कई बार देखा है कि IAS स्कोर करने के बावजूद भी उनके कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर नहीं होते. and they then when the job comes ना, तो वो job में नहीं perform कर पाते, though their marks shows that they are high scorers. Like so concept clear होना बहुत ज़्यादा जरूरी है. यहाँ पे एक और question है निशाद, that
how to manage first rank with sports.
how to manage first rank along with sports. So I think Nishad have already told कि जितना आपके पास कम समय रहता है, if you are intentional about your studies also, और आप स्पोर्ट्स को बहाना नहीं बनाते हो स्टडी ना करने का, तो उल्टा आपका फोकस कम समय में ज्यादा होता है और आप ज्यादा स्टडी कर पाते हो. बिकॉज आपको एक चीज मानना पड़ेगा, चाहे बच्चों को 5 घंटा दो, चाहे आप बच्चों को 10 घंटा दो, वो पढ़ने वाले हैं तो एक स्टेपुलेटेड टाइम के अंदर ही. क्योंकि हमने देखा है जब स्टडी लीव मिलती है, क्या हम लोग सच्ची में पूरा का पूरा स्टडी लीव को स्टडी के लिए यूज करते हैं कि लास्ट के 5 दिन में गियर अप करते हैं, अरे स्टडी लीव खत्म होने वाला है, अभी पढ़ना शुरू करो. सो इट्स नॉट अबाउट हाउ लॉन्ग वी स्टडी, इट इज अबाउट कि कम समय में हम अपने फोकस को लेके आ पाते हैं कि नहीं, एंड हाउ वी आर इंटेंशनल अबाउट इट. कि मेरा स्पोर्ट्स के वजह से मेरा स्टडी का मैं बहाना नहीं बनाऊंगा कि मैं तो स्पोर्ट्स खेल रहा था तो प्लीज एक्सक्यूज मी, आई कैन बी बैड विथ माई स्टडीज ऑल्सो. एंड निशाद इज अ live example of that. He has been a national level player and at the same time he has earned this the first rank. So another is that how to manage nahi wo to ho gaya, which study pattern we should follow specifically for 9th and 10th and 12th standard.
Study pattern, do you mean to say CBSE, ICSE, those study patterns you mean to say?
Study pattern से आपका क्या मतलब है? request
मैंने बोला ना तो उनका नाम.
तो आपका स्टडी पैटर्न का मतलब क्या है? डू यू वांट टू टॉक अबाउट के कौन से वाले सीबीएसई आईसीएसई चूज करना है कि हम किस तरह से पढ़ाई करें उसको चूज करना है? So now you can
if you're talking about CBSE ICSE, I am really bad at answering that question. I would like to not answer that question because I am personally not prepared for that question, or rather I don't know. But I would say the way you study is more important. If study pattern, if you want to say, I would again say the same thing, that study your concepts properly. Pattern like your board should not really matter. Your concepts are remaining the same everywhere. Okay, so focus on the concepts more. And second thing is when you should always keep learning. You should always like my professor in the US had told me one very good example, that any concept you get to study, you have to ask 5 questions to it. That is who, what, why, when, and how. And after
and how, who, what,
yes,
why, and how. Okay.
So 5 W's and 1 H, so that you have to keep asking every concept that comes to your mind, and it actually helps you solve a lot of trouble in understanding the concept, because unless until you question it, you will never get the answers. So, and more you question it, more you will go in the depth of it, and more you will understand it better.
This is a very concept. I really want people to take a note of this, that 4 W's, right? And 1
4 W's and 1 H. 1 H.
What, where, when, and how. So please write it
Yes.
down. It can solve a lot of your concept clearing process. आपका बहुत सारा concept clearing process जो है आपका clear हो सकता है. So that is there.
Yes.
So
this was really, I mean, this is what I actually always do wherever whichever concept I really like, and I always ask these questions.
Right. And though we are having a lot of options nowadays, कई बार क्या होता है ना निशाद के options बहुत सारे हो जाते हैं, and we are simultaneously good in many things. So that is what is being seen. I would always recommend that please sit and do a SWOT analysis of those things. पहली बात कि SWOT analysis is आपका उस एक चीज को लीजिए जो आपके प्रेफरेंस में है, उसका स्ट्रेंथ, आपका स्ट्रेंथ क्या है उस प्रोफेशन में, आपका वीकनेस क्या है उस प्रोफेशन से रिलेटेड, आपके अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्या है आगे चल के 4 साल 5 साल के बाद आपको क्या दिख रहा है, और इस प्रोफेशन में आपको थ्रेट्स क्या दिख रहा है, राइट? कि फॉर एग्जांपल आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बढ़ जाएगा या ऑब्सोलेट हो जाएगा, व्हाटएवर इट इज. तो आप ये स्वॉट एनालिसिस जब करेंगे, आपको जहां पे स्ट्रेंथ एंड अपॉर्चुनिटीज जहां पे ज्यादा दिखेगा, पहली बात तो वो आपके लिए इजी हो जाता है. सेकेंड थिंग आई ऑलवेज रिकमेंड द स्टूडेंट इज दैट, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने सोचा है कि आप आर्किटेक्चर करना चाहते हैं, प्लीज गो एंड स्पीक टू एटलीस्ट 3 आर्किटेक्ट्स हु आर राइट नाउ वर्किंग इन द फील्ड. ask them what they are facing, because कई चीज जो हमें नहीं दिखता as a counselor also, जो लोग फील्ड में राइट नाउ काम कर रहे हैं उनको वो चैलेंजेस पता रहता है, उनको वो एडवांटेजेस भी पता रहता है. इट इज नॉट ओनली अबाउट द हार्डशिप, इट इज अबाउट द गेन्स एंड एडवांटेजेस ऑल्सो. तो जो लोग उस पाथ में ऑलरेडी चल रहे हैं वो आपको बेस्ट गाइड कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग अगर आपको करना है, rather than only asking a faculty or a counselor कि मुझे करना चाहिए कि नहीं, you better talk to somebody called Nishad Dravid, who is running a business and industry, you know, his own factory on that. तो वो रोज डेली बेसिस पे क्या चैलेंज फेस करते हैं, आज जो सिचुएशन है उसमें वो क्या चैलेंज फेस कर रहे हैं, उसके अंदर से कैसे निकल रहे हैं, वो कोई भी काउंसलर कोई भी प्रोफेसर आपको नहीं बता पाएगा, लेकिन जो उस बैच में काम कर रहे हैं उस प्रोफेशन में वो बता पाएंगे. सो please have 3 people you can talk to, and you can actually get into it. I would really I just forgot, I must say that we are very honored to have Nishad sir's dad also, Nand Kumar, Dr. Nand Kumar Dravid. It's an honor, sir, to have you in our forum here, because he is a person who is also a very great achiever. उन्होंने अपना टाइम स्पेशली निकाला इस वर्कशॉप को सुनने के लिए. It is a great honor for us by itself. So thank you so much, sir, कि आप हमारे इस सेशन में बने रहे और आपने ध्यान से सुना. So it is really a great honor.
And it's always a pleasure to hear your son talking to you.
जी सर. सो दैट इज अनदर ब्यूटीफुल एग्जाम्पल के जब अपना बच्चा इस तरह से अचीव करे, चाहे पेरेंट्स कितने भी बड़े अचीवर हो, उनको बहुत प्राइड होता है व्हेन द सन टेक्स ओवर एंड द सन इज अ पाथ शेयर करे या गाइडिंग लाइट बने किसी और के लिए. सो आई वुड ऑल्सो लाइक टू शेयर विथ यू क्विकली इज दैट आई वाज टेलिंग अबाउट by the time please start sharing your questions quickly, because निशाद जी का एक stipulated time था हमारे साथ. We will take another 2 to 3 questions. आप लोगों को मैं quickly बता दूं that बहुत बार हमें confusion होता है कि हमारा बच्चा अच्छा तो है लेकिन बहुत सारे चीजों में अच्छा है, हमें समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Luckily we have a scientific tool to understand. अब पहली बात तो आपके बच्चे का learning style क्या है, क्योंकि हमारा ब्रेन जो है इट्स अ डेटा प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट. तो ब्रेन को आप किस प्रकार से डेटा दे रहे हैं ना, किसी ने पूछा पढ़ाई कैसे करे, तो ऑडिटरी लर्नर का पढ़ाई का स्टाइल ही कुछ अलग रहता है, विजुअल लर्नर का एकदम अलग रहता है, और किनेस्थेटिक लर्नर का बिल्कुल अलग रहता है. सो आपके बच्चे को अगर MP3 फॉर्मेशन में डेटा चाहिए और हम उसको JPG फॉर्मेट में दे रहे हैं, तो ब्रेन के लिए इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट to get that kind of record, store and apply the data. इजी हो जाता है अगर हम क्लियर रहे कि मेरा बच्चे का डोमिनेंट लर्निंग स्टाइल क्या है. नॉट ओनली दैट, आप बच्चे का डोमिनेंट लर्निंग स्टाइल पता करके उसके कई सारे बिहेवियर का सीक्रेट्स पता कर सकते हो कि हमारा बच्चा एक तरीके से रिएक्ट करता है, बिहेव करता है, तो किस लिए करता है. As I told you that I got a chance to get somewhat kind of training from Dr. Howard Gardner, because he's a university by himself. But we talk about India में IQ का मतलब intelligence होता है. IQ is only your academic performance result sheet. IQ ये नहीं बोलती है कि आप 10 लोगों के सामने खड़े होके बात कर सकते हो कि नहीं, आप ग्रुप से काम करवा सकते हो कि नहीं, एडवर्स सिचुएशन में आपका रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन कैसे आता है, वो भी IQ आपको नहीं बताती है. उसके लिए हमें पता करना पड़ता है कि हमारा EQ, AQ, CQ, SQ किस लेवल पे है. So I have a scientific tool to understand that, through which I do a counseling, जिसमें 90% accuracy के साथ एक clarity मिल जाता है कि मेरे बच्चे के दूसरे भी जो intelligences है वो कितने शार्प है और किस लेवल पे है, और इसी के थ्रू से हम बच्चे के स्किल को रिकॉग्नाइज कर सकते हैं, जो निशाद ने अभी शेयर किया कि serving a coffee to another customer and getting on the fire front actually is helping him today how to talk to his own customer, being an industrialist right now. So बहुत सारे चीजें हम बहुत सारे स्किल्स के थ्रू से जान पाते हैं, बिकॉज आपकी जो मार्कशीट है वो आपको एंट्री लेवल दे सकती है. उसके बाद लाइफ में जो टेक ओवर करती है वो है आपकी EQ, AQ, CQ एंड SQ. EQ का मतलब इमोशनल कोशेंट, SQ का मतलब आपका स्पिरिचुअल और सोशल कोशेंट, एडवर्सिटी कोशेंट इज AQ, एंड आपकी क्रिएटिविटी कोशेंट इज आपकी CQ. तो ये सारे चीजें आप जरूर पता कीजिए बिफोर। हम लोग तो बहुत सारी चीजें वैसे भी कर रहे हैं। आजकल मैं देख रही हूँ कि ट्यूशन में कोचिंग क्लास में जाने से पहले भी एक टेस्ट होता है, एंड वी आर हैप्पीली डूइंग दोस थिंग्स आल्सो, कि कोचिंग क्लास के लिए टेस्ट, पहले तो कोचिंग क्लास का एंट्रेंस एग्जाम के लिए टेस्ट, फिर कोचिंग क्लास के लिए टेस्ट, तो देयर आर सो मेनी अदर थिंग्स। सो पीपल स्मार्ट, लॉजिक स्मार्ट, वर्ड स्मार्ट, तो हमारा डोमिनेंट, बच्चे का जो डोमिनेंट एरिया होता है ब्रेन के लोब में, जिसमें न्यूरॉन डेंसिटी हाई होता है, वो बच्चे का पावर जोन होता है। जब जब बच्चा उस पावर जोन से रिलेटेड कोई भी काम या करियर ऑप्शन चूज करता है, बच्चे को ईज, ग्रेस और हैप्पीनेस होता है उस करियर ऑप्शन में काम करते हुए, या उसको जस्ट एज अ पैशन उसको फॉलो करते हुए भी। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जरूरी नहीं है कि हम अपने हर पैशन के थ्रू से पैसा अर्न करें। Just to stay connected with it on a daily basis charges our battery so that we can do the other work without complaints and properly. For example, Nishad Dravid uses his badminton playing, but he is not using it as a profession, या उससे वो अपना पैसा नहीं कमा रहे, but because he is in touch with it on a regular basis, जिसके वजह से उनको दूसरे काम में बहुत एनर्जी मिल जाती है, कंप्लेन्स नहीं होती। आपने एक चीज ध्यान दिया होगा, जब हम अपने पैशन से रिलेटेड काम में जुड़े रहते हैं, तब हमारे मोनोटोनस काम के लिए भी हमको कंप्लेंट्स नहीं होती है। सो आई ऑलवेज से दैट इफ यू आइडेंटिफाई योर inborn talents, only then you can utilize it and you can go to success and happiness and success. The talents and inborn intelligence which is unidentified gets ignored and unused and finally gets buried. So talent is either you use it or you lose it. For that, if you really want to get connected to me to understand in depth जो मैंने आपको बताया कि what is the process of this counseling, please contact us on 9822268333, or you can leave your number also here, and we will go back to some questions which has already been posted. So can you please repeat the that there are 4 W's and 1 H. So Nishad, please repeat it for them.
Yeah. So it's why, where, when, and what, and 1 H is how. Okay.
Right.
So say for example,
what, and how.
Yes. So whatever question or whatever thing you're learning, say for example, you're learning about artificial intelligence, say for example, the new topic, right? Or say for example, let's say you are actually looking for best colleges after 12th standard. Okay. So if they say, okay, let's say college XYZ, why this college? What is so good in this college? Where is this college? How different is this college from others? You have to ask all these questions. This question will give you an answer. Again, you have to ask the same 5 questions to that answer till the time you have a concrete answer. Okay. So this is how you actually understand the concept in depth. It might be true for any concept. It might be true for any answer that you're looking for. This is exactly those who are Sherlock Holmes fans, like I am one of them, and this is the technique that even he uses. It's called as a technique of null hypothesis, wherein you already say that this college is really good, and then you find out reasons which are contradicting that theory of yours. If you get answers, then your theory is wrong. But if you don't get answers, then your theory was right. So either you can, so with this you can actually get yes or no answers. इसमें आपको confusion नहीं होगा ज़्यादा.
इसमें एक क्वेश्चन है कि निशाद, there is a question sent to me privately कि how many marks निशाद sir got in 10th? Good मतलब कितना था?
10th was 86.3.
And that point of time, I think 86.3 was a merit marks, right?
Yes.
तो युतिका ने एक बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा है कि why did you then move back to India, Nishad sir?
Right. So my as I said, like my time of graduation was wrong. I did not plan my master's timing of graduation really well. I graduated when the market was totally going tanks. I mean, as I said, like I started my master's in September of 2007 and opted for a graduation in December of 2008. Okay, I could have easily prolonged it to say a March or a May of 2009, but I did not, because of course the fees were really high and I had to finish it off quickly. But at that time, I would say it was a wrong decision on my part that I took, that completing my masters on it, because after that there were no jobs at all. You know the Lehman Brothers crisis that happened in 2008, and the whole US market was bad at that time. Forget the foreign students, even the locals were not getting any jobs at that time. So I had a job in Cummins, and when I was about to join, the whole plant was shut down in a day. So right from the CEO till the last line worker, everybody had to leave. And in US it is pretty ruthless. It's not like in India कि तुमको notice देंगे फिर जाने को बोलेंगे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Like one day you will be told that you are out of your job and you have to go. So yes, and that is the reason why I said okay, India is looking at the safe haven
I
at that
would
time
really
because
like
it's
to
been
highlight on which you have said right now, Nishad, that always we feel the other side is always greener and there's a big package waiting for us outside there. But at the same time, they're equally ruthless when they want to chuck you out because they don't
exactly.
think about the other part कि आपको आगे काम मिलेगा कि नहीं, notice मिलेगा कि नहीं. There is no union party, nothing out there.
There's a difference in the mindset. Like it's a totally capitalist economy, and we are a socio-capitalist economy. So
Right.
there is always a socialist kind of a mindset when it comes to jobs in India. So at times it is good, at times it is bad. I mean, there are goods and bads of both the
Both
system.
are there.
And
Yes.
one thing is that I accepted. Okay, fine. I mean, at the moment, my market is bad, and going to India is the most same thing to do at the moment. And so I moved back to India. Luckily, I got the job here and with Siemens, and I continued working there. So yeah, that's the reason why I moved back, because the market situation wasn't good
Sir
in
also worked
US.
with Siemens after he came back to India before he started his own work. So आपने
Yeah.
Siemens में कब तक काम किया निशाद?
2009 to 2018. So 9 years I was there in the
That
company.
was a very long, good time before you started your own work. That was a very long, good
Yes,
time.
yes,
So recently,
yes.
what are you doing? Currently, what are you doing? If you can share as an example.
Uh, so in 2018, I started my company Flint Innovations. I always like to do something out of the box, and there were my concept of starting the company was to do something out of the monotony that I was doing regularly. Okay, uh, so I started my platform wherein I manufacture the high voltage panels using the Siemens technology, and they are mainly used in the distribution of power in the distribution networks. So whatever electricity is coming to your household, one of my panels usually help to distribute this energy to every household, and that's what I am into. Uh, Recently, we again coming to the COVID situation in February or March, we were told that the whole market is going to be locked down, and there's not absolutely there will be no worker which will be allowed in your factory.
Right.
So at that time, we launched a brand called as Amnioticare. So Amnioticare was born in the COVID period, and it was focusing on all the safety products when it comes to the COVID-19 situation. So so what happened was the main framework of a plastic molding was already available in our factory. What we did is instead of making the electrical products, we made face shields on that same platform. Okay, we had the what do you call mindset of doing a production line for electrical goods. Then we shifted the production line to making PPE kits. So what happened was we utilized the same workforce to make something for COVID, and that is the reason why our factory was up and running after 7 days of lockdown, and till date it is still running. And that is the reason why I could actually pay all my workers the full salary. I'm really proud of this, that I never cut a single rupee of my employee salary in this whole period, and I'm really proud that they also came trusted me in this whole situation.
Wow.
And
That's
so
amazing.
recently
Uh,
so recently we have launched our last product, which is our UV sterilization box, and it actually helps you sterilize, not sterilize, I would say disinfect the surface disinfect the vegetables and the laptops and the keys and the cash that you carry after going to a grocery store. So this is what we have launched recently, and we're really proud, and we are actually, working two shifts to manufacture that product now. So that's one of the last products that we have launched recently.
That is so amazing sharing, निशाद, that लोग जब यहाँ पे struggle कर रहे हैं कि वो अपने काम को कैसे loss में से बचाए, you have started a new venture altogether. Not only that, you were up and running within 7 days. And I can vouch for it कि आपको कोई भी डिग्री सिर्फ ये नहीं समझा सकती. It is that skill set and attitude in life that you understand and you go for. So जो आपकी skill set है, आपके जो attitude है, along with the degree is important, but उसके साथ understanding your own intelligence and working as per your own intelligence strength actually brings a lot best out of you, which Nishad did in a very dynamic way. And I would also like to ask whether Chandrasudha ma'am is there. Chandrasudha ma'am is CEO of Excellence Class and Coaching. And if she's there, please unmute yourself, ma'am, because I'm not able to see you. So a lot of people have been asking me ke coaching kare to kahan se kare. So we are fortunate to have Dr. Goswami who can guide us for that. So Dr. Goswami, over to you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I am pleased and I am fortunate for having this opportunity. I am Dr. Chandrasudha Goswami, founder of Goswami's Excellence Education Foundation. Greetings from Excellence Education Foundation. We actually provide future-ready classes, and as per changing scenario, we all have to adopt the online classes either today or tomorrow. We are having 24/7 online platform. We have the dynamic and highly qualified faculty from IITs and top universities of India. We also conduct the interactive classes. As along with that, we provide the recorded videos. We have continuous subject-wise test series, and we do micro-planning of all the studies or all the students' event. So it's actually online classroom is like WhatsApp or mobile use. Still, we used to it. We will join to hesitate, and once we are acquainted with it, we will enjoy this course. So without traveling, without wasting the time, everything is ready on our platter. So try to connect with us to get the best teachers to guide you for our specially designed courses of spoken English, English grammar, Vedic maths, and exclusive and intensive coaching of 11th and 12th JEE and NEET exam actually. Ma'am is there as the coach also, so you can take guidance from the ma'am as well. Thank you very much, ma'am. Ma'am, you are not audible. Your mic is not muted.
Thank you so much, Dr. Goswami. And I must say that with Dr. Goswami, there are some brilliant coaches there in her institute. And if you want to contact her, please let me know. I can get you in touch with her also. And ma'am, you can share your number on the chat box so that people can get in touch with you directly also. You can also follow me on YouTube channel Anindita Garg. Parenting से related ऐसे बहुत सारे tips है जो मेरे YouTube so please subscribe there. You can also ask your questions on 9822268333, and we have a Facebook page Mindware in IND and mindwareindia.in and IND and website mindwareindia.in. So ये सारे चीजों पे आप हमें फॉलो कर सकते हैं. बट अगर आप अपने बच्चे के करियर ऑप्शन या ब्रेन पैटर्न को लेके और श्योर होना चाहते हैं तो काउंसलिंग के लिए मुझे कांटेक्ट करना ना भूलिए, बिकॉज हम लोग सब कुछ करते हैं बट सब कुछ ट्रायल एंड एरर मेथड के ऊपर से करते हैं. 5 साल 6 साल के बाद पता चलता है कि ये नहीं करना था, कुछ और करना था. लेट्स बी मोर प्रिसाइज इफ वी हैव गॉट द टूल. हमारे वक्त ये टूल्स नहीं थे, ये टेक्निक्स नहीं थे, इसीलिए बहुत सारे टाइम हमारे अपने आप को समझने में ही चला गया. मैंने पहले कॉमर्स किया, फिर मुझे पता चला नो व्हाट आई रियली वांट टू डू इज आई वांट टू कंट्रीब्यूट टू पीपल्स लाइफ, आई वांट टू डू काउंसलिंग, आई वांट टू एडवाइस देम. वो मैं बहुत अच्छा कर सकती हूँ, बहुत नेचुरली कर सकती हूँ. सोचिए अगर ये चीज मेरे पास क्लैरिटी होती थी एट द एज व्हेन आई वाज इन माय 10th एंड 12th स्टैंडर्ड, मैं ऑलरेडी और किस लेवल पे पहुंच जाती थी. सो नहीं, कॉमर्स करने का मेरा बिल्कुल भी आई डोंट हैव एनी रिग्रेट्स अबाउट दैट, बिकॉज उसमें भी मैंने जो भी सीखा है आज के प्रोफेशन में उसको भी मैं यूज कर रही हूँ. सो अ लॉट ऑफ माय नॉलेज नेवर गोज इनटू वेस्ट. आपका कहीं ना कहीं आपका नॉलेज जरूर यूज होता है, आपका पढ़ाई लिखाई जरूर यूज होता है, बट इसको और अच्छे से हम चैनलाइज कर सकते हैं. एंड आई बिफोर एंडिंग, इज देयर एनी, देयर इज वन चैट. Okay, there is thank you so much. Thank you so much. Before ending, I would really like to thank Nishad Dravid ji. He had a full day workshop today. Till 5:30 he was in a workshop, but just because he honors my word so much, he was here along with his dad sir ke sath. So it was an honor having you, Nishad, and I hope that all the people who had attended today's session has gained a lot from your experience, and thank you for being the guiding light and guiding them. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ananda ji, for having me, and I wish all the students here all the best, and you will do good. Don't worry about it.
Thank you so much, and take care, and bye bye everybody, and please get in touch with us through this number and YouTube channel, and we will have to end. We are extended by 15 minutes more. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Goswami. Thank you.